Welcome to the Release Your Blocks podcast. I am your host, Victoria Bond. I am a spiritual empowerment coach. I help teach others to show up to their potency so they can fulfill their mission here on earth. I am so glad you are here. And if you are interested in becoming a medium, if you're interested in becoming a life coach, or if you're interested in shifting your life from the 3D to live more in the 5D reality, then check me out, book a clarity call, and let's get chatting. What do you do to prep your day? What do you do to get your mind, your soul, and your body aligned for having a fantastic day? Now, I haven't actually done my daily procedures yet, and I want to do my daily procedures right here on this video to show you. Now, when we don't come back to ourselves, when we don't align to ourselves, when we don't really, engage the mind, the body, and the soul, and allow ourselves to be whatever we need to be, we can experience overwhelm, frustration, anger, all of those not self themes. And also we can create chaos and drama. So even this morning, I haven't had the chance to align to myself. So I've been feeling a lot of frustration, been feeling bitterness. I've been feeling a sense that there is not enough time to get everything done. So I'm going to go through the procedure of what I do. Okay, so there's many different things that I do, but for the sake of this video, I just want to kind of show you and also express that I have to work on this every day. And some people are naturally bubbly, happy people, and they don't have to do as much procedure work. They just have to tap in and go, right, is anything required? But for me, I've never been a morning person in the past. I've never been a person who's like, yay, and like just gone. Like some days I have those days, but usually I wake up and I go, right, I have this to-do list in my head. I've got to do 3 videos, 3 calls. I've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is because of my old programming, because I've always been a list maker. I've always been a creator. I've always desired to bring more into whatever I'm doing, and it's a part of my design. It's who I be. I don't like getting bored. I like always having something new and fresh and creative. I've changed my office around 4 times in the last 6 months, and I'm sure I will change it around again. I do not like to be standing still, for instance. So yeah, this is what I do. I haven't had a chance to do that today because of all these other different exterior things, but it's no excuse to let that kind of dictate the rest of my day. It really doesn't. When you've got children, when you're an entrepreneur, when you've got a side hustle, when you've got a job, when you've got relationships and a house, we've got a lot of different things to juggle, okay? And that can get overwhelming. We can hit exhaustion, and straight up, we just want to go back to bed. Like, I totally get it, but we can change this around fast. So I wanted to do a live demonstration. So what I've got to support me is I pulled out some cards because I felt like that would kind of serve me. I've got my special oil here. I've actually got like crystals and stuff like that surrounding me. So I've just grabbed some amethyst because I really feel like being spiritually aligned. And I know that these crystals, they're going to help me, right? They're going to help me to align to me, because what I'm feeling right now, the anxiety, the overwhelm, the mind chatter, the to-do list, can I get all of this done in the next few hours? All of those are past conditioning. So now I'm going to have to bring myself into a calmness to begin with. And to calm myself down, I'm going to breathe. Because we stop breathing, right? So you're doing the school run, and then you're doing this, and then you're quickly messaging this, and you're doing this juggling thing that we're so amazing at doing. But when we forget to breathe, when we forget to come back to ourselves, when we forget to eat, when we forget to drink, when we forget to actually do the body, mind, and soul, the basics of those, we can find ourselves in the spiral which eventually hits the burnout and the exhaustion, but there's plenty of signs. So for me, I know that I'm shallow breathing because it's been a big morning and I didn't take the 10 minutes to align. I know that. And there's no judgment with this. It's the fact that every entrepreneur, every holistic practitioner, every person who is juggling a house and children, a business and a job, if they don't take the time out, then they can go into overwhelm because of this reality that we're in, right? So, so I'm being really vulnerable. So sometimes I use the crystals and the cards and the oils, and also I've got a pendulum here as well. So if I require to use a pendulum, quite often I will write down the different chakras, as you can see behind me. There's a different colored chakras, the 7 meridians. And what I can do is I usually get a piece of paper and I write on that piece of paper the different meridians, going from the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And I will literally go and I will do, it's usually a circle for a yes. And I want them to be nice and balanced, right? So I can go up on the piece of paper, or I'll just do that on my body, okay? I'll go up like this, probably about that distance. And what I'll do is I'll come out here and I'll just start balancing them. So I'll get a bit of a swing on and I'll work all my way up. It probably takes, honestly, about 3 minutes max. And just want to make sure that they're all, so it's really interesting. Where is that? Yeah, my throat seems to be a bit bigger. So I probably have to do a little bit of work on my throat chakra. And then I just work my way up. That's a quick way that I do that. But what I want to do now is I just want to put some of my special oil on. This one here is a My Blend by Hayley Bensman, but there's other oils as well I use. Like one of my favorites is Awaken. And what I do is I put the oil on and I utilize this with my breathing. Okay, this is a long version of me explaining this, but I'll just go. So I really make sure I'm getting a lot into my tummy and I express it all out. So I get it all out, telling myself that it's okay for me to have a minute to myself. I'm making sure my feet are flat on the ground. I have to drop my chair a tiny bit. And so I want to basically make sure that my feet are flat on the ground. And then I'm feeling roots coming from my feet going down to the center of the earth. I do love the prayer position. It just really kind of brings my mind into calm. I feel like it brings my soul into alignment. And my body, the way I'm sitting is just nice and kind of straight down. Breathing in love and light. Bless you. Obviously need to release something then. I'm going to drop my barriers. I'm going to let any stress or tension or past conditioning or mind chatter or any expectations of what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to do it just roll off me right now. I'm going to acknowledge that they are points of view that I've taken on in this reality, and they don't have to be real unless I want them to be real. So I'm just letting them roll off me now. I'm just visualizing like a waterfall coming down and just rolling off me. That's the visualization I'm seeing today, and it's going into the earth, which will nourish the earth because, of course, energy does not die. It just transforms into whatever. Okay, so now I'm feeling a little bit calmer. I'm just going to do a little bit of a body scan and just make sure that there's any, see wherever I'm holding any tension. Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling like in the heart going through to my back, there's some tension. And I know for me and for others as well, with our heart, when we are going to protective mode, like, oh my God, there's this and this and this and this and this to do. And a lot of entrepreneurs, when they're launching or when they've got a lot of stuff going on, they can go into overwhelm and they instantly go and they stop breathing. So that's why the whole the breathing really just So now I just want to breathe, it brings us into kind of harmony, I suppose. And I'm just going to take note of my chakra system as well and see if any color pops out at me. I can see this in my third eye, just like what colors are popping out at me. Is there anywhere I require to do a little bit of Reiki on, or ask my guides, my spirit team, my ancestors to come through? And the interesting thing that I'm getting is I'm seeing blue in my head. So I know the throat needs to be balanced. But also I noticed I wore a bright yellow T-shirt. So I'm thinking, do I need to work on my confidence? What is with that? Why am I wearing bright yellow? And does my confidence, bright yellow, does that match what I have to say? Okay, so I'm actually reading myself right now and asking questions and getting very, very curious. So once you've done the calm, and I'm going to drop my head down into my heart and then through the floor, drop my head down to my heart and through the floor, drop my head down to my heart and through the floor. Yeah, I'm feeling that go all the way down. So I'm feeling the anxiousness that I had of the oh my gosh, I don't have enough time because I didn't actually do my procedure. And I'm feeling that coming from all up here, this hurrying, and I'm feeling it going all the way down. I feel it in my root chakra right now, and now it's going down to my legs. So I'm becoming a lot more grounded. Okay. How am I feeling now? Okay, so now I'm starting to feel a bit more grateful, because if we're in frustration, when we're in overwhelm, when we're in the to-do list and the mind chatter and the holy shit, how am I going to get everything done, with the, thinking that we don't have enough time, the emergency feeling of, oh my gosh, am I going to juggle these different things? We don't feel gratitude, we feel fear. The fear of not being enough, the fear of not getting it done, the fear of running out of time. So I'm no longer feeling that fear. I'm no longer feeling that. And I know that why was that not real? I've got to actually tell myself why that wasn't real. Well, the truth is I create my own time. So the fact that I gave up that, going, oh my gosh, I'm on this time frame and I'm freaking out. I was going into a drama mode. I was going into an addiction mode of, I don't have enough time, so what am I supposed to do? And overwhelm, anxiety. I've got kids, I've got this. And I start going into that whole, how am I going to get this all done? Because I was buying into the external of what that looks like, and possibly buying into other people's realities. It's Monday morning, like school drop off. My daughter had a few tears. So what was she buying into? What was I buying into? What other energies? So now I'm going to say, who does that belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does it belong to? Return to see? There's something there. Obviously, I'm empathing on other people because I'm finding it hard to talk. So return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. You see how I can't say it properly because there's some charge there. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. Who does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness. I'm going to do some 1, 2, 3s because I want to get rid of some of the energy that I'm holding within my body, because this energy, I'm feeling quite charged up, which means I'm not going to be the best space to be a coach if I'm still feeling like this. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So calming, feeling my feet. Why was that actually not relevant? The mind chatter. Okay, so the to-do list doesn't need to be done first thing when I wake up. That is not going to help me. I don't require to be turned on in my head of what I have to do in the to-do list to actually get the to-do list done. Instead, I'm going to go round and round and round and round in circles. But I have to trust myself to know that I won't forget the to-do list and that it's okay, and that I am guided by my team. I'm guided by my spirit team, by my ancestors. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just letting myself know that I can lean back and I can lay back and I can trust and come back to the feminine. So once you've come into that calm state, now you can do it a lot quicker than this. I just kind of explaining everything. I'm going to say, Victoria, what do you require? What do you require? What do I require right now? What do I require right now? And I'm going to say I need to put my hands on my head. So I feel like I'm just going to Reiki myself a little bit. Turn the Reiki on. Just look after my body for a second. Doesn't have to take too long. I'm just going to talk. Hello, body. Thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry I didn't take that time out to give you 10 minutes or half an hour before everyone woke up. I chose to sleep in instead. But I acknowledge you and I thank you for being here today. What do you require? What food do you require today? What nourishment do you require today? Do you require to go to the beach and have some time out, have a nap? What do you require? Now, I'm not going to wait for an answer. If answers come, that's great. If they don't, it doesn't matter because you'll get epiphanies. Breathing. Okay, so I want to tap out something, right? So I feel like I didn't have enough time today. I'm going into overwhelm because I don't have enough time. So I'm going to tap out the mistaken belief and tap in a new one. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time to get it all done. Now, I know that's not real. So what is my new belief? So I know that time is merely it's just like it's made up, right? Like I know that we buy into people's time. And the reason why I know that is because I can get somewhere and be running late and make it early and know that that is the way I actually function. Or, you know, those days when you're always freaking late, you're just late, and you feel like you have no control, right? So I know the difference between those feelings. And what I know is everything is always perfectly aligned in divine timing, and that I'm totally I'm totally guided, and I can trust that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap in my new belief. And my new belief is I create time and I believe in divine timing. So I create time and believe in divine timing. 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 Right. Okay. So now I'm starting to feel like, okay, cool. My brain is going, right. Okay. Yeah. You went into mind chatter. That's not relevant anymore. Right. And now I'm kind of laughing at it because I'm like, wow, that was kind of like, wow, how did I get that far into I don't have time? Like when I went to drama, you know? So my programming now, I've just told myself it's safe. And the affirmations are, you know, my soul clients, I can't mess up with them. Everything is always perfect with my soul clients. Money is coming to me because people want to pay me, because they want to be in my energy. I have more than enough time because I create time. What else is possible with my body, with my mind, with myself, and having the space today, the space to give to my body, to give to my relationship, to give to my house, to give to my business, to give to myself mostly. And, you know, what evidence do I have that this has worked in the past? Because when I do this, when I work on myself, when I get my crystals, when I smudge myself, when I do take 20 minutes of time for myself to just really reconnect with my message and my purpose. And when I do this every day, money comes, great conversations happen, miracles and magic happen. And this is my evidence because it's happened over and over and over again. So the old paradigm, the old way of thinking in that 3D no longer works for me. So why would I keep going back to it? So I'm going to acknowledge what I did. I'm going to acknowledge it's because I did not give myself the time, and it's okay. I had a huge weekend. I had birthday parties and this and this and this. I didn't have any time to myself really. So that's okay. No drama, no emergency. I'm coming back now. I'm confident. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling now this warm sensation in my heart area. Rather than constricted, I'm feeling like, oh, thank goodness, I get to live today. I get to do calls. I get to tidy up my house. I get to nap. I get to create whatever I want. I get to talk to people I've never met today. How exciting is that? I get to drink coffee. I get to be in my new office. I get to pick up my kids from school and drop them off. I get to see my auntie and uncle today. I get to make money today. I get to shop on social media today. I get to change my clothes if I want to change my clothes. I get to eat delicious food. Basically, by saying I get to do this and I get to do that, I'm seeing my whole world open up, and I'm acknowledging that I get to do whatever the hell I want to do, however I want to do it, and I have total control over the time. Wow. How does that change everything? Anything that doesn't allow me to know, be, and perceive that I am the creator of my own time, I destroy and uncreate now. Go to bed, wrong, right, all my shorts, pump up, boys and beyonds. And what else did I have anxiety about? What else was this? My body, this divine body, trying to tell me, oh, okay, so I've got some things coming up in the future. I'm not 100% sure of the results I will get with those things. So for me to try and control those results, or how many people come to me, or where I live, or when I'm going on holiday, all these things that have got a big question mark, for me to try to control that, I'm solidifying and making things solid. No wonder I went into not enough time, because it wasn't about today. It was about all of the future. And anxiety is really, it starts with one little thought of, where am I going to live in a year? And you start freaking out, well, how am I going to make that money? Or how am I going to reach those people? And today, right now, none of that is relevant. Today, right now, coming back to me and doing my very short to-do list, which I'm going to be able to ace and get through by 3:00, which means that I can have the rest of the day with my kids. How does that change everything? It changes everything. So what is this for you? And I know I've just done an example of me, but what is this for you? For me, the state of anxiety and mind chatter and exhaustion and freaking out about the future of, can I handle all this work today? It really, when I looked deeper underneath it, it wasn't about that. It was actually about me projecting to the future and going, can I do all of that? I'm not meant to sit here and have mind chatter about my future and that intensity, because we have to have faith and lean back and trust. So I know myself well enough to know that I will take massive action when the thing shows up, but I have to wait for the thing to show up to get that. For me, it's a splenic hit, right? It's a splenic kind of whisper. For you, it might be like a sacral hit, whatever your kind of authority is. So what is that? Mine is the splenic. So what is my spleen saying? What is your sacral saying? What is your heart saying? And what I was saying this morning is, I don't know if I can do it. I'm just one little human. That is not real. I don't know if I can do it because I'm just one little human. I don't know if I can do it because I'm just a human. I'm just 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 human. Let's reprogram that. I'm an infinite being. 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 Another thing is, as well, is I'm a non-emotional authority. Now, I've got a couple of emotional authorities in the house, my husband and my daughter. Being around their emotions turns up mine. And I'm like, so where have I made that so real that today both of their emotions, that they may even not know that they're emotional, but I can feel everything. Where have I let that affect me, rather than knowing that their emotions are theirs and I don't have to buy into them? So where have I done that? Because I didn't take that time to come to me. And anything that doesn't allow me to know, be, and perceive that, I will destroy and uncreate it all. Good and bad, wrong, right, all, shorts, pump up, boys and beyonds. Okay, I'm not responsible for other people's successes. I'm not responsible for other people's choices. But I can lead with love and show up and trust and know that everything will come to me in the perfect divine timing. And alignment is mine for the taking. So is abundance, because I was born here for big things. And if I was born here for big things, and big missions and a big message, that means I can't fuck up. It means that everything will align, and the only thing I need to do is show up for me and take aligned action when it comes. But maybe there's nothing right now that's directly in front of me. Maybe it's just time to sit with myself and do the very short to-do list with joy and lead from love. And then I can open myself up to more possibilities because I'll be in more gratitude. So I'm grateful for my clients. I'm grateful for my husband, my team, my spirit team, my ancestors. I'm grateful for all of the family around me. I'm grateful for anyone listening to this video. I'm grateful for the beautiful day outside. I'm so, so grateful. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for the fact that I got to connect with my son last night and my daughter and have lots of cuddles. And I just switched off from work so I could just be with my family. I laughed so hard yesterday. It's exactly what I needed. And wherever I connected with having time off, meaning I have to work harder today, and anything that, any triggers with that, destroy and uncreate that, good and bad, wrong and right, all my shorts, put words and meanings. So I pulled myself a card as well, and this may resonate with you if you are holding on to this. So this is fixed moon, and it's a half moon. And what I love about this as well is there's actually a half moon right now as I'm recording this. Hold your vision. Now, it's really important for us to hold our vision, to hold the vision of what we're wanting, but doing it from a space of trust and faith and alignment and knowing what is required today. What do I have to do today? And how can I do it with so much joy? So I know that I've got 3 calls. I know I've got to do videos and emails. I know that I've got to tap in with all my people and do a whole lot of energy work. Now, that's all I have to do. If I write that down, that's not a lot. But if I go into the details, the intricate details, all of that, I go, But the truth is, I'm not this big. I'm this big. And I'm here to be very successful, to share my message, to be abundant. The only thing that would stop me from doing that is me and my head. Am I going to be good enough? What if I don't get everything done on time? What if I don't get it done by 3 o'clock? What if this eats into my children's time? And when I start thinking like that, that's when I go into anxiety and overwhelm. So I'm so glad that I was able to clear that up of what this feeling was this morning. And it's a beautiful reminder to start with me, to put that alarm on, to get up half an hour earlier, to go for a walk, to do affirmations, to breathe, to align, to balance my chakras, to come back to center, to breathe in some beautiful oil, to, hold onto my crystals and tap into the energy of those, to pull myself a card. So then I know, look, hold my vision. It is all happening. There's no emergency to bring in something new right now because it is all happening. And it is time to feel so much gratitude for everything that is happening in my life, because that will diminish any fear and bring in so much more abundance. So that is the card. Hold your vision. This is just something I would do. So quite often I'd listen to a meditation. I'm going to go eat some fuel for my body now, have some water. I'm going to smile. I might go outside. And I know that to keep on this beautiful, energetic kind of wavelength, this gratitude, this, attitude of gratitude. In between my calls, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to be alone. I'm going to ground into the dirt. I'm going to play with my puppy. And I'm going to do all the structures and systems that are going to help me feel supported with my team. So I might have to reach out to my team that works in my business and do some talking to spirit as well. So, hey guys, help me out here. I'm doing, the best I can. And thank you for the reminder that doing a procedure is so important. So calming yourself down and then coming into massive amounts of gratitude. I'm feeling it within me now. I'm feeling it within my face. I don't know if my face looks different from the beginning to now, but I feel like smiling. I still need to go do some breathing and connect with nature, and that will happen. But we can talk ourselves into chaos, into drama, into not enough time, exhaustion, burnout's on its way, or we can talk ourselves into what is the truth now, what is required, journaling or tapping or chakras or whatever. So journaling will be on my list today as well. And going outside and breathing in and just bringing myself back into a center. It's the start of the week. So a little bit is more required there, having a meeting, knowing where I'm at, and basically bringing myself back into me, but still staying really expanded, because I desire to be the brightest, best version of me. So I know I have to choose me first. So I hope this resonates with you. I just thought I would share the way I do it. And I'd love to hear about how you do these things. What makes you feel good? Is it exercise or meditation, yoga, eating, praying, breathing, all of those different things? There's a million ways of doing everything. Sometimes it's just getting a book and just reading the book, or having a bath and just knowing that you've had no one around you. So you've been able to clear out your aura. So use the tools, and yeah, I will see you guys soon. And that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for joining the Release Your Blocks podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love to hear from you. So please leave a review and tell me what your favorite takeaway from today was. There is so much more from where this came from. You can also find me at Holistic Energy Shifting on Facebook, where you can find more content, more coaching, and more guidance. Have a grand and glorious day, and I'll see you next time.